when the criticism seems like it's personal or like from a bad place. And since I know so many things that are going on behind the scenes, what
Looks like they're trying to make Nicki the villain again. This time, she went straight for Gucci Mane's wife, Keyshia Ka'oir, and didn't hold back at all. Nicki threw serious shade, accusing Keyshia of keeping Gucci sedated, and the way she said it had everyone's jaws on the floor. It felt like Nicki just exposed something wild. The same kind of story Waka Flocka tried to warn people about years ago. Now fans are convinced Gucci isn't fully in control of his own life anymore. People are saying Keyshia is calling the shots behind the scenes, like she's running every move Gucci makes, maybe even controlling him with more than just love. But that's not even the wildest part. When you start connecting Nicki's tweets with Gucci's past talk about his mental health, things start looking real strange. And when you add the long history of family drama into the mix, it paints a dark and messy picture. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a story about power, control, and a marriage that might not be as perfect as Instagram makes it seem. It all goes back to when Gucci Mane and Keyshia Ka'oir showed up on The Breakfast Club to promote Gucci's memoir. Everything seemed chill until Keyshia started talking about how she handles Gucci's mental health struggles. She told Charlemagne, "I have a system, I delete Instagram, I delete Twitter, I control everything at home." Wow, that one line set the internet on fire. Hours later, Nicki Minaj jumped on X and went off. She posted, "Gucci's wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep G sedated. Don't she hate Deborah Anthony? They don't want Deborah around me. She's around me now." And just like that, chaos exploded online. Nicki went off again, this time dragging Charlemagne into the mess. She blasted him on X, calling him Charlemagne the fraud, and threw serious shots at his ties with Jay-Z, saying he's been using iHeartRadio to run disgusting ploys against innocent families.
Him going through episodes before we were married, and I was like, man, somebody got to help this guy. It was really, really bad. It's really sad because you're seeing some.
She even brought up how he was around Wendy Williams before her life fell apart, warning, "The buck stops here, baby." Bookmark this tweet. You could tell Nicki was done playing nice. She doubled down, calling out the LAPD for doing nothing after her home was allegedly swatted 4 times, while her toddler was present. "Where's the evidence?" she demanded. "Republic Records, stand up for me. Any up one day, now you regret it." The whole thing exploded into pure chaos online, with people realizing this wasn't just another celebrity argument. Nicki was swinging hard at everyone. Charlemagne, Keyshia, and even Gucci Mane himself. When she said, "Charlemagne the fraud for giving Keyshia a platform," that's when fans knew it was serious. This wasn't some casual Twitter drama. Nicki was firing at Gucci and Keyshia's marriage. The internet lit up, and you could practically feel the tension through the screen. By the next morning, Keyshia had clearly had enough. She hopped on Instagram, posted a clip vibing to Cardi B's music right after Nicki's rant went viral, and people instantly caught the shade. Fans were like, "Oh no, she didn't." It looked like Keyshia was siding with Cardi just to throw a little jab at Nicki. But instead of cooling things down, it only got messier. Gossip blogger Tasha K jumped in with a wild claim, posting, "Word on the curb is Gucci Mane wanted to mess with Nicki, but Nicki wasn't having that yuck-mouth ninja." That one line sent social media into a frenzy, and everyone knew the drama had just leveled up. Then came Keyshia, and people started talking. They said she slid right in, fixed Gucci's teeth, flipped his money, got him on prescription meds, and spent his bag trying to morph into Nicki. Now Gucci's out here glowing and slurring a little, sounding like a man high on peace, or maybe something stronger, thinking he married his dream girl. Wow! Fans flooded the comments with wild reactions, some calling it straight up messy gossip, while others claimed, "Waka been told us Keyshia's the handler."
Personally, I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram, I delete everything. Even if I gotta change his password, I'm changing it, because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode.
But this is where things turned real eerie. Gucci himself once admitted in his memoir that Keyshia had him committed. He wrote that she and his 6 bodyguards basically kidnapped him and took him to a mental hospital. Gucci framed it as love, saying she saved his life. But when fans replayed that interview, the word kidnapped didn't sit right, especially when you mix that with Keyshia bragging about deleting his social media, changing his passwords, and controlling everything at home. Suddenly, it stopped sounding like support and started sounding like full-on control. And let's not forget Waka Flocka. Back when the whole Brick Squad empire fell apart, Waka went off online. hinting that there was way more going on behind the scenes. He even tweeted that he never got paid for his hit, No Hands. You remember that song? Girl, the way you moving. Got me in a trance. DJ turn me up. Ladies, this your jam. Yeah, that one. Waka accused Gucci of selling out after that, saying things changed big time once the money started rolling in. But the part most people missed? Waka's been saying for years that Gucci ain't really the boss of Atlanta anymore. And when you look back at all these pieces, Nicki's tweets, Gucci's confessions, Waka's warnings, it all starts to sound like the same chilling story everyone ignored. People started saying Gucci changed right after Keyshia came into the picture, allegedly. Back then, everyone thought Waka was just bitter, throwing shade. But now, after Nicki's post, fans are digging up those old clips and saying Waka was right all along. Some even claim Keyshia purposely cut Gucci off from Deb Antony and Nicki, the two women who supposedly kept him grounded and focused. When you start lining everything up, the forced hospital stay, the deleted phone accounts, and that chilling quote about controlling everything at home, it all starts looking like a straight-up power play. Nicki's use of the word sedated suddenly hits way harder after that, because in the same Breakfast Club interview, Keyshia openly admitted she controls Gucci's meds, saying she spots his episodes before they happen. For a lot of people online, that sounded less like care and more like she's keeping him under constant chemical control.
I seen it with my own eyes when she was wearing that blue lipstick and mohawk and all that, when she came over there when Gucci was in jail, and she came to pick him up from the house.
Even a few love and hip-hop stars allegedly chimed in anonymously, saying Gucci's whole vibe felt off ever since he got out. And then, boom, old clips resurfaced where DJ Academics claimed Keyshia had cheated on Gucci back in the day. That sent social media spiraling again, with people wondering if her "I control him" act was really just her way of keeping the upper hand. But it didn't stop there. Another wild claim popped up, this time from Rick Ross's ex, Tia Kemp, who swore she saw Keyshia leaving in a Rolls Royce with Rick Ross while Gucci was still locked up. That rumor caught fire fast, and everyone started speculating whether there was more to Keyshia's story than people thought. Keyshia clapped back quick, posting, "Ain't never had no dealings with Rick Ross, period. Keep my name out your mix-up." But by that point, the internet had already made up its mind. The narrative was set, and people were convinced Keyshia always had leverage over every man she's ever been linked to, including Gucci himself. Nicki wasn't done with Keyshia, not even close. She went straight for Charlemagne next, dragging him by name and calling him a Jay-Z associate using iHeartRadio to push industry setups. She was coming for everybody, and if you've been paying attention lately, Nicki's been on a mission to expose what she calls the system, allegedly linking big names like Cardi B and Jay-Z to shady industry moves meant to silence certain artists. So when she hinted that Charlemagne was around Wendy before her life went to hell, fans immediately started connecting the dots. They remembered how Wendy Williams' downfall came right after she started naming names in Hollywood. And suddenly, Nicki's words didn't sound random anymore. It started feeling like Nicki was hinting that Keyshia wasn't just a jealous wife. She was another handler-type figure trying to keep one of Atlanta's most outspoken rappers quiet. The internet went wild with theories. One fan posted, "I can't unsee Keyshia Ka'oir trying to be Nicki Minaj, all while knowing Gucci wanted Nicki but couldn't have her." That's real tea right there.
Apologize to Ross, Drake, Nicki, like all them people accepting my apology. They just don't know. It's like a weight off my shoulders because I had been like.
Another person jumped in saying, "Keyshia Ka'oir is definitely doing witchcraft on Gucci Mane, bonding spells and all kinds of stuff. He's completely under her control spiritually too. He might not survive if he ever leaves her, but I'm gonna shut up now." Others tried to defend Keyshia, saying she's been loyal from the start. One fan even wrote, "She bathed this man when nobody else would. You think she'd let him stay in an unsafe mental space? Nah." And just like that, the whole situation exploded into a full-blown culture war, Team Nicki versus Team Keyshia. Meanwhile, Gucci stayed completely silent, letting the chaos unfold. But here's where things get even creepier. When Keyshia first launched her Kaoir cosmetics line, fans noticed her promo photos looked eerily similar to Nicki's Pink Friday era. The pink hair, the flashy colors, the poses. It was almost like Keyshia was stepping right into Nicki's image. Fans couldn't help but notice the similarities. Same latex outfits, same Barbie pink color palette, even the same poses. Social media's been flooded with side-by-side pics showing Keyshia practically mirroring Nicki's old stage looks. And now people are saying Keyshia's obsession runs deeper than anyone thought, like she's modeling herself after Nicki's exact image of power. You know that mix of glam and dominance? A woman who runs her man in public but handles her business like a CEO behind closed doors. But Nicki's hinting it's not about empowerment at all, it's about manipulation. When she said, "The buck stops here," it didn't sound like a rant. It sounded like a warning, like she's ready to blow the lid off something big. And if Nicki's really sitting on receipts, old texts, studio footage, or even conversations from those Brick Squad days, the Atlanta hip-hop scene could be facing one of its messiest exposés ever. Let's not forget, Gucci once publicly apologized to Nicki, Drake, and Rick Ross, blaming his past outbursts on a manic episode. But now, with Keyshia openly admitting she controls his online activity,
it's a psychosis, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you dealing with stuff like, you hearing voices.
Yeah, they have voices.
You know, and you hearing voices.
Fans are starting to ask the real question. Who's actually speaking when Gucci talks? Him or her? Now things are sitting in this weird limbo. Nicki's still being painted as the bad guy, dropping subliminal tweets that keep everyone guessing. Keyshia's still posting luxury pics, showing off her life with Gucci like nothing's wrong. And meanwhile, Gucci's memoir is quietly climbing the charts, all while the drama keeps feeding the hype. One thing's clear, this story's far from over, and the next move could change everything. Now the whole situation's starting to feel like a ticking time bomb ready to explode. Every few days, fans catch Nicki posting a cryptic line on X, and somehow it always lines up with something going on in Gucci and Keyshia's world. Some people think she's throwing shade, others swear she's dropping hints about what really went down behind the scenes. Whatever it is, she's keeping the whole industry on edge. Insiders are whispering that certain execs want Nicki to chill out before things get too messy. There's talk that old studio footage, private convos, and unreleased collabs could surface, the kind of stuff that might rewrite some serious hip-hop history. And if Nicki decides to go full expose mode, people close to both her and Gucci are reportedly worried about the fallout. Meanwhile, Keyshia's staying on her boss girl vibe, still promoting Kaoir cosmetics like the drama doesn't even exist, but the internet never forgets. Every time she posts, her comments fill up with fans saying, "You trying to be Nicki again?" and "We see the clone energy." It's wild. No matter what she does, people keep comparing her to Nicki. Gucci, on the other hand, keeps playing it cool, silent, smiling in pictures but saying absolutely nothing. And that silence, it's only making things louder. Fans are torn. Some think he's protecting his peace, others believe he's being controlled into staying quiet. Either way, the tension's real and people are watching every move like it's a live soap opera. Now everyone's waiting to see if Nicki drops more receipts or if Keyshia finally breaks her silence. Because if either one of them decides to go all in, this could turn into one of the most shocking celebrity feuds Atlanta's ever seen, and it looks like we're just getting started. Two things are for sure. This beef ain't just about jealousy, it's about control. Every post, every tweet, every silence between them feels like part of a bigger game. And if Nicki really decides to pull out more receipts, this could expose way more than just relationship drama. It could blow the lid off how deep the power really runs inside those so-called industry power couples. People are already speculating that this isn't even about Gucci and Keyshia anymore. It's about the whole system. The manipulation, the image control, the money, the secrets, all of it. And Nicki's made it clear she's not scared to speak up, no matter how many names or brands get caught in the crossfire. If she drops even one more piece of proof, the ripple effect could shake up Atlanta, Hollywood, and the music industry all at once. Meanwhile, fans are glued to their screens, watching every move. Keyshia is still posting luxury fits and brand promos like nothing's wrong, but her comment section's pure chaos. Some people defend her like she's untouchable, while others are convinced she's been pulling the strings behind Gucci's every move. It's messy, it's dramatic, and it's got the whole culture talking. One thing's certain, this story's far from over. Whether Nicki keeps spilling or Keyshia finally claps back, something big's coming next. The only question is, who's really running who in this game of power, love, and fame? If you've been locked into this wild ride, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think's really in control here, Nicki or Keyshia? And do you think Gucci's finally gonna speak up? Let's talk about it, because this drama's heating up fast.